They were like, well, where are you? I'm like, I don't know. They took me from one room to another. I'm the guy who's been back here cursing and crying for several hours. I think while I was there, like 40% of my words were, why shit, fuck her. And like while I was there, I was like, till the end, I was like, you know what, if they offer me oxy, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. Absolutely not. And then by the time they finally got back, you're like, you know what, you can amputate me.
Right.
Just make it stop. And they gave me the oxy, and it did nothing. I was surprised. And I've never done like heavy drugs.
Yeah.
I used to follow this one guy on YouTube. I called him my Ann Nicole Smith, but my younger friend said I'm showing my age, and if I was younger, I would say he's my Snooky.
Oh, yeah.
But he was just a hot mess, and he did I think meth.
Mm.
And so like he went to the Dominican Republic. They have a Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah.
And when they, tried to put him, when they not put him under, when they tried to give him anesthesia or whatever to like so he can feel it, he's like, tell the doctor during the surgery, I can feel everything you're doing. And the doctor said, that's not possible. So yeah, I can feel everything. And the doctor said, that's not, doesn't make sense. He said, wait, do you do drugs? He's like, oh yeah, I do meth. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a lot like you. My addictive personality would be all over for me.
Yeah. And I had a friend, she did crack once, and she's like, I'll never do it again. She said, it felt like I was having 50 orgasms at once. She said, it felt too good. She said, and I can see why people got addicted. It's so good. I hope no one watches this and goes and does crack now. Like, oh, 50 orgasms at once, that sounds great. And then I had an ex who did drugs, which I didn't know about for the longest because my mom sheltered me a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was pretty innocent until I met him. And then I was talking to a friend of mine, and my friend, he scared me a little bit because he was like explaining to me, like, oh yeah, he's doing crack. I'm like, oh, does he go in the bathroom sometime and turn the shower on, but he's not taking a shower? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, it's crack.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, but the way he was talking to me, I'm like, his name was, Terrence as well. I'm like, Terrence, you don't seem to be talking about crack as like a bad thing. Yeah. You seem to be like reminiscing like it's an old lover. Like, and that scares me a little bit. I'm very much a generation dare.
Oh yeah. I saw a Dare shirt the other day. They're still around.
Well, now with all the drugs they have, it's more important. They have this one drug, I forget what it is. I think they're mixing it into the meth. They're mixing everything into meth. But it's like they call it the zombie drug. So basically, I think it's a horse tranquilizer.
Right. Yeah. Ketamine.
Yeah, and it's eating humans from the inside out. So like literally, these people like they're walking down the street and their flesh is rotting away.
Yeah.
But I was so naive because I was sheltered. I always thought that like crackheads look like the Dave Chappelle skit.
Right.
Like skinny people with like white stuff on their lips.
Yeah.
And I didn't think someone could basically be a bodybuilder.
Survive with it.
Yeah. And being in South Florida, you just see everything. I've seen so many people just walking around with track marks.
Yeah.
I miss South Florida. It's such an interesting place.
Mm-hmm.
Never forget the time I locked myself out of my apartment, was waiting for my landlord to open the door. And so I just walked around and ended up just sitting at a bus stop and had a conversation with a crack whore. And that's what she told me she was. That wasn't me judging her.
It wasn't on her business card, but she was very
No, she was
yeah.
The way she told me, she's like, I'm a crack whore. Like, she just the way she just said it. She was like, I'm a librarian. That's the most Florida encounter right there.
Colorful people.
Mm-hmm.
I never have to use those words. I have my butt plugged in at my friend's house.
I was thinking about, thinking of his pain faces, calling this guy I gave a massage to and offering him a free massage. Because I can tell he doesn't really want to pay.
Yeah.
His friend brought him in, and he was one of the most dramatic people I've ever had a massage in my life. But it's to the point where it feels like it might be too dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
You were kind of squirming, and you had your head up a little bit when I was working on your calves.
Yeah.
If I did that to him, when I did that to him, he was literally on his knees punching the table.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, he was diagonal on the table, head off the table. And I'm I actually have to massage you. People think I'm bad. Some of the videos I see on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, they're just trying to hurt the person.
I try to, yeah.
And people like tell me I'm strong. I'm like, I'm not strong. Like the story I just put up on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it, I'm sitting down, just using my thumb on this bodybuilder, and he's like, just in incredible pain. And like I'm not strong. It's just I know where to work.
Yeah. Know what lines to run.
Mm-hmm. Like I could probably sit in a chair next to him reading a book and make him cry.
But there's factors that go into it too. I mean, if there's not enough water in the system or anything,
And that could definitely be it. Yeah, bodybuilders have the. Well, no, he's weeks out from his show.
Yeah.
He's huge though. Like that picture you saw.
Yeah.
That is how he looks when he wakes up in the morning.
Damn.
Like he actually won't come in if he's going to the gym or after the gym, because he says he wouldn't be able to take it. So that's him without a pump.